I have started my recording. So Kevin, you have gone through my last script, right?
It's Rajesh.
Okay, so just we'll go and we'll see. So this is script we have written last time. What I was doing into this script. So I'm not explaining it again. So you already know that, right? Into this, I have created one configuration file. In this configuration file, into the test file. In this, I am putting my server instance name. If you go to here, server list, I have given this much of server, 3 server we have given here. And this script is, so after that, can you explain that what is going, who has joined? Okay, Kevin, Srikant. So Srikant or Kevin, anyone can explain this script. Last time I have explained you. From beginning, first line, what is going to do? Tell me, guys.
I think it's for each group, right? So it will take from the text file from the top of the server name.
Okay.
Each one.
Okay. What it will do into this loop?
Slash. In this in the text file, it will take off the left side.
The left side. It is written here.
No. It will read the content. Where is the slash in the if we have given the content, if we read the slash statements.
Okay.
Whatever we have given slash.
I have written if statement. This is if statement is what? If your value, whatever you are passing from your notepad, if it's content the backslash, this one, if the content the backslash, then it will be go inside the loop. If condition means I have given if that value, whatever you have read from your notepad, that will contain slash, then go inside this loop, or otherwise go to the else loop. The meaning of this means that one. So you have to explain like this way. If the, so why I am doing, you already know that in the last class I have already explained. This time I am going to do this. I will pass my server name and instance name, and it has to convert into the service, right? So what is this loop will do? So it's found that first one, it's having that backslash, so it is went inside that loop. So in this loop, in this part, what PowerShell is doing?
In this it will split the data.
Okay, splitting the data. Then
it will pass the left side data.
So left side value is going to save into this variable, right?
I think not left side. I think it's
right side value. Yes, -1 means right side value.
-1 is the right side.
Yes, -1 is right side value. It is going to save here. What about this one? This line, what is going to do then?
It will take left side.
Okay, fine.
No.
0 means your left side value.
0 means left side.
So in this one, this value is going to save into this variable, and this value is going to be saved into this variable, right? So tell me, what is this? Why we are doing this one? Why we have declared this variable, and why what we have written this? Now explain me what we are doing in this line.
In this
it will start
anyone, one person. What you are doing?
No, it will start the services for MS SQL Server.
Okay.
And that will store into the def variable.
Okay, so that's correct. But what we are making, we are writing our server name in this format, right? In this format. But you have seen PowerShell will not understood this one. PowerShell, if he has to start the services, it will understood either service name or either this name, display name. Anyone you can go. I'm going with service name. So if so PowerShell will, I have written this logic in my programming because human readable. You will understood this is the instance name, this is the SQL Server in the host name, this is the instance. But PowerShell will going to understood this one. So we are converting what we are passing from this to this one, this name. Got it? So how we are passing? We have seen this is my what? Instance name, and
Instance.
this will be common for all. If you will open any named instance, you will see this will be MS SQL dollar will be common. After that, it is your instance name, right? So that one we are going to build. So we have declared one variable. We are adding this much MS SQL dollar, this much, and what is this having? This having your what? Right side of value. So right side of value, what is having?
Rajesh,
Right side of value,
Instance name.
this one, instance name. So I'm adding instance name. Above of that, I am adding this one, MS SQL dollar. Why we have given exclamatory mark? Tell me. Last class I have explained.
Explanatory mark means only that MS SQL will be written.
No, I have to write the dollar value also into this. Otherwise, dollar itself having some character, special character. So PowerShell is going to confuse.
Okay.
Because you can see in the name itself, it is coming dollar, right? I have to print. Last class I have already explained you dollar. If I have to print dollar with someone, I cannot directly I can press, because dollar itself having some special character. If I am going to remove the exclamatory mark from here, it is not going to print that MS SQL dollar. Dollar itself it will take as a variable.
Okay.
So that's why I'm
So
giving
then
exclamatory mark.
that space for a dollar, right, Rajesh? So you
It is
given
not.
one space.
It is not a space. It look like a
Huh.
space, but it is not a space. You can see MS SQL. If I'm pressing next, it's going here. Next is going here. Next is going here. Next it is going here. Next it is going here. It is not a space. It look like a space, but it's not a space. It is explanatory mark. Just give me 1 second. So last class I have already explained where to use the explanatory mark. Guys, you have any doubt? I will explain you again for you. So are you remember somewhere it is there?
You told
This
one
one.
example that
Yes. This
this
example,
one.
you remember or you forget?
I remember.
Remember. So what we have done here, if I have to print the value like this, Rajesh, SQL and $B, I have to print. So I'm printing one value A in Rajesh, B in SQL, and C I am putting value of B, right? $B I want to print. If I'm going to print A plus B plus C, in D I am storing, and I'm going to print this value. It is not going to print this. It is going to print Rajesh, because it's A is RAJ. It's adding B. B what is having? SQL. So it is added here SQL. You can see SQL. This is the result is came, right? And when it is go for adding C, so C it is not added $B, right? It's taken C means what C whatever I is thinking like it is $B. What is the $B value? $B is SQL. So it is added SQL here, right? Correct or wrong?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So that's why if I want to print B, what I will do in the C is equal to I give an exclamatory mark. And in that exclamatory, and I've given this double cotton, right? If I'm going to print this time it is printed Rajesh RAJ SQL $B, right? Getting or not?
Yes.
Right? So if you want to print, so if I'm not giving explanatory mark, this is taking $B as a variable, and this variable value is this. PowerShell is thinking same thing is happening here also. I want to add $SQL 2012, this instance name this instance name with this one MS SQL, or we want to add MS SQL with your instance name. So that's why I have to give, because $2 came, right? This is having one value itself. And if I'm going to give this is not going to right host. If I'm going to print here right host, this is going to give something different result. If I'm going to, so you can see this one is came in this format. Result came this one. What it's understood? MS SQL, then DT start something it came, and then it is not giving the perfect result what I want. Getting, because of it's having itself some value, and that value it is going to print here. Getting or not? Got it? No doubt, anyone?
Yeah, got
So
Yeah.
this is this one. So what is this one? This is just putting your services into the automatic mode. Last time you told, sir, how I can disable, stop and disable, or I will put into the automatic and start, right? So I have written here
Correct.
automatic and then start the services. And if it is not contain your backslash value, what is going to be happen? Directly it will go to the F loops. So it should be better to understood if you are going and writing into this one. So if the if condition is going to satisfy, it is going to work till here. If the if will false, means till in this loop, it will go to this one, else loop, right? So if I'm putting here, you can see red color is coming. If loop scope is this much, if is not going to be work, it will go to the else loop. So else loop, what I have given? I have given taken one variable and I have written ABC. ABC is contain your default value only, right? Means this value is only there for ABC. Correct or wrong? So you are getting like this to stop. So this value will go stored into the ABC. That's why I have written server is equal to ABC. So now server value, in this server value, the host name is going to be saved. And you know that all default instance having this only one default instance you can install into the one computer, and that all default value is MS SQL Server only, right? Correct? How many default instance you can install? You can only one default install for one. So that's why I given this logic. And then start services, DEF is what? DEF is nothing but your services name. And I'm making the start type is your automatic, and I have added get services. Here also you can pass computer name. I have not passed. For me, it is fine, but you add this also hyphen computer name in this, because you have to tell to PowerShell for which computer you have to go, and you have to make this services as a automatic. If you want to go for a stop, you can go with this line. You can hash this, you can remove this two line. If I'm going to stop and if I'm going to start, this means it is become your stopping the services and disabling it. Got it? Till here, no doubt in this script. This script I was explained into the last class, right? Now I am going with second script. In this script, what I am going to do, I have written here also. You can see first script, it is taking the SQL Server host and instance name, and it is stopping and starting the services, which one you have seen it into the first script. Into the next script, what we are going to do, we are going to create the log file for it. Means if my services is going to stop, what is going to do? Or if I am going to start or stop the services, I want in somewhere in the some location, one file has to generate, it has to write something into the log file. So once that script will be executed, like that only real time it is happening. So this programming is just for writing that, adding the log file into your PowerShell script. So we'll see what we have done. Before that, I am going to explain you add content. There will be something called add content, and we will go and we will analyze that add content. What is this add content? If you are writing add content and you are giving location of one location for some file, and you are passing the value hyphen value, this what is going to happen? What you are going to pass, this value is will be go and it will be right into this file in this location. So just we will see if I'm executing this, I'm going and I'm checking my log. Inside that log, what is the name? Status log. Status log, if I'm going to write, okay, I will delete only first. I have clear my, if I'm executing this, what is going to be happen? It is will go and it is writing the value whatever I have given, right? If I'm executing second time, third time, fourth time, fifth time, what you are seeing? You are saying the same value is going to be append, right? Add content means what? It will be appending the value in the same file only it will write. And if I'm going to write here set content, what is the meaning of set content? What this will do? If I'm going to set content and then I am giving the file name and I'm passing my value, what it is going to be do? This is going to be override. Correct. It will be creating the, it will be override the value. If I'm going to do this, so my everything has been erased, only that line has been printed in the notepad. If I may do 2, 3, 4, 5 times also, nothing is going to be happen. It will be same line only you will be able to see. Now I am going to implement this line into this PowerShell. So what I am going to do, this one was my first line, right? Okay, I will go to the first script only and I will do the change into the first script. Then you will understood more, not this. Where is my script? So be sure guys and understood properly. If you have any doubt, ask 10 times, because whatever I am going to explain you now, I am not going to explain you the later. Later I am going to explain you the only programming, and I am going to tell you, you add whatever you want. Log file you want to generate, I have already explained you the class. Those for this everything you go and in that whatever, because in the other script which one I am going to explain you, I cannot add this all logic, adding that configuration file, this log file and all. So I will just go through the script only. I will tell you, I have already explained the Day-3 class. Go and watch my Day-3 class and implement the logic, what you want. So, okay. So what I'm going to do, so I want what I want. So once my, this will be automatic state, I want to print something in my log file, means when the script was started, right? When, at what time, what I am there, in which step, some of the time which step we are there. Because if you have written 5 lines of code or 500 line or 5,000 lines of code and you started, that script is taking 10 minutes time, and you want to know where I am now, where I am, my PowerShell in which step it is executing the steps, right? So for finding that, we have to add the, we have to take the result. So what work PowerShell is doing, it has to write into the log file. So reading the log file, you can come to know, okay, from this time to this time, it is into this step. This time to this time, it's in this step. This time to this step. So same thing, just I have taken the very small example. So what I'm going to do, I am just adding one line in this way. I want here. So I can print, just example, I have written here, just add content, and I've given started script execution, right? After that, I will print one more value, and in this I will write making startup type as automatic, something I have written. After that, in this line I am printing, like I will write here services started, because it's went here till this loop and it's started the services, right? I have added in this, like this we are going to add for my in the script. Same thing I will do here. You can add anywhere into this line, and this line I can add here. I've added this line here, this line here. So this time,
Can we also capture error? Suppose to
yes,
service
yes,
is unable
yes,
to.
yes. That also we will capture, but still I have not explained error, how to handle the error try and catch method. Error handling I have not explained, because just we are in the few days only, just it is started. Just I am saying how first we will create our log file. So after that we will add all function whatever we want. Even error log also we can create so exception handling also we are going to implement, but that should become the later part, not this. So till here we are understanding how we can generate our log file. So this time what happened, I have given my service list. I am passing 3 server name, and I will stop my this 3 server first. I have stopped here. I stopped here. All 3 services I have stopped, and I am running this script. This time what happened, it's went to start the services. And if I'm going to see my log file, what I am seeing, it is written some detail. Started script execution, started script execution, make sure this is type is automatic, something like that we are getting it, but we are not getting the server name. We will add our server name also into this. I think I forget. I can write services has started. What I can print here, I can pass my server name ABC, right? I can pass $ABC directly. I will this server, right? Because ABC will contain that value, right? I can add here $ABC, and I will run this. I'm stopping the services again. I'm running this script. So what you are seeing now, it is started. Yes, it's executed. If I'm going to see my status, you can see it is writing here. You can see this service, but again it is confusion, because in the same file only it is writing it, right? It is doing the over appending it, right? And it has become very confusion. What script I ran before, what is the result? What script I ran now, what is the result, right? Correct? And don't think it is giving the same date also. Same date, because we have not declared any variable to take the date. What date it was there, default date it is taking, means what my before that whatever I have saved into the some variable, I have saved that only it is printing. So don't worry about date. So we'll fix that issue. But whatever you are saying here, whenever I am running this script 2 times and 3 times, it is a very confusion to read this line only, right? Correct or wrong?
Yes.
And what I'm going to do, if I'm going to do the set content, so if you are coming into the mind, can we go to the set content? So if I'm going with, instead of doing, if I'm going with set content, so see what is the problem you will get. So you thought instead of doing get, I will go to the set content, right? I will not go for add content. You thought I will go with the set content, because set content will be overwriting that it is not appending. If it is doing, oh sorry, set content, set services automatically add content, I have to remove to set content. So you thought maybe if I will go with set content, and set content is, it's not appending the data, it is overwriting the data. So what problem we are going to get if you are going to set, if it's executed, script is executed, my all programming is also is become successful, it is restarted. But what about my log file? If I'm going to read the log file, only one value is writing here. Can you tell me why it is happened like this?
Set will take override.
Yes, it is every time it is overwriting. The problem it is here, what happened, whenever we are going to set content, it is written into the log file, but when it is going to write the other one line, it is remove the first line. When it is went to write this one, it is removed the before line. So whenever it is trying to write that value into the file, old value, it is deleting it. So again, this is the problem. So 100% is sure we should not have to use set content anytime, right? We have to go with add content only. But what we are saying, even add content also, it is not giving me the correct result, right? Correct? If I'm going with, so what we can do, tell me anyone, apply your mind, because I told you I am going to develop your developing step. Thought, whatever you are going to thought, that has to be developed now in this programming.
The time should be changed.
Huh?
Time.
No. Time is not a problem. Time, if I will remove this date, where is it making that? If I'm going to remove the date, I'm not want to print the date only. Then that is not a problem. So what I'm doing, when this script is going to be executed, before that only this file it has to clear only one time, right? Then my issue will be resolved. Correct. Once it is gone to write into this one to writing that, one time only it has to clear that all this one programming, right? It has to clear that file. So what we are going to do, you thought, okay, it is starting writing here. What we will do, we'll add this line here, clear the content. So first it will clear the content, and then it will start writing. If it will go for add means what will be happen? Then it will be overwrite, it will be append the value. That is correct. Okay, so we will see the now. So whether our script is going to be good or not. Start or stop the services. Start the services. I have to stop only. I have to stop this. So see what is the problem now we are facing. So I have added this line here into this, means you can see the clear content. What clear content will do? It will be clearing this log file. I have executed it. So one time when we executed, what is the result I am going to see? So this result is almost good. This started execution. DR services has started, right? This services is also going to be started, right? Why third one is not started? I think that time is running only. Just give me one second. Again, I am going to run this. I will stop this all three services. I think I have not properly stopped my all services. So my all three services has been stopped. And this time I'm running again. Then what we will see, what is going to happen in my log file. I ran this. It is executing. Okay, it is executed. I went here. What I am seeing, it is giving the correct result only. You can see this. This is the value has been started. And what we are seeing, it is not giving the result for my first server. Right? Correct. Because we are going to start the 3 server and we are getting the result just for only 1 server only. So what happened here? Where is the problem? Tell me now.
It's clearing, right?
Yes. What will be happen? First time in the first server, once it is taken, this value, once it is taken, where is my that value? Once it will be goes inside that loop, it is taken this value, right? It is started the services and it is printed also, not a problem. It is clear the log and is printed. But when it is go for second one, after 10 minutes again it is going to be log off, you have to log in again. When it is go for second loop, what happened? Then again the first value is cleared, right?
Yeah.
Correct or wrong? So again is the same problem came. Means first server, when it is taken the value, it is went inside the loop, it is displayed the result. When it is rotating for second time again it is cleared my first value. That's why I am not able to see my first value result here. That's why
It's
I am
only the last
last one. Why I am getting? Because I am sending my this name also, which don't having this one. Because in this what happened, you can see the server list. I am finding this also, right? Whenever I will give this one, what will be happen? PowerShell, it is not going inside that. If it is not content backslash, it is going to else loop, right? It is performing else operation. So that's why it is first one, when is content 2 times that backslash, it's given the only one result, because other result is overwrite is happen. And which is when it is not content, the backslash is went inside this loop, else loop, and is performed the operation. Else loop is just but your default instance name has to be started by MS SQL Server. So it is so done, right? You got it? Why I am got this problem? So how to overcome this kind of problem? So if then what you have to do, if we will take this clear content from here and I will cut it from here, if I'm going to add in the beginning of my script. So what happened? When the script will be executed, it will be clear the log file, right? And after that, it will go to the loop. So even 3 times loop will be rotated. So 3 times it is not going to clear because I have written the outside of the loop. So outside loop means 1 time only it is going to clear. Inside the loop will be or go 3 times the SQL server is going to take the 3 server name and it is going to start that all services. Getting or not? So this time if you will go in this way, getting or not, guys?
Yeah.
Sure, no? Are you understood? Kevin, Kesav Reddy,
Yes,
Bhaskar,
sir, Rajesh.
you understood, no? If you will write outside the loop, then my issue will be resolved because it is not going to. So 1 time only it is going to clear my this log file, and after that, that all services is going to be rotated 3 times. So this time, if I'm going and I'm stopping my stop my services. If I'm going to stop my services here, and this time if I'm running, I am getting my perfect result what I want. So if I'm go to the log file and if I'm going to read the log, it is given for this also, it is given for DR also, it is given for default instance also. Till here, no doubt, right?
Yeah.
Correct. Okay, so again we are thinking something to implement more in this script. Something we want extra thing should be added, because I told you like that you have to start thinking. Okay, we have gone to the version 2. Version 2, I have started log file, but it was overwriting and sometimes it's what deleting is not giving the proper result. So this is also resolved this issue. Next version, what I have done. Next version, it came like means log file we are going to create for starting and stopping the services. So this time you have printed here, you have printed these services has started, but even this services is not started also, then also it is going to be print, because we are not verifying that. Last class I have explained you before, like you can see just now I have pinged you that script. There you are verifying it. If the services status is started, then only you go and print this value. So you are going to verify, right? Correct or wrong? But here we are not verifying. We are just starting our services and printing the services has started. But we can't say once we are going to start, that time it is started or not, we can't say. Like we have seen into the just before that, when we started the class, he was started the services and the services were not started, right? We have to verify first whether really it is started or not. If it is started, because once you will start your services, right, that time maybe it has failed because of some issue. But in my case, if I will start the services and if it is failed also, then also it is going to be print in my log file the services has started, right? So what we are going to do, we are going to add one more step. That step is known as verification step. So this is the script which one I have written in the good format. So in this, what we are going to do, we are going to add what we are going to add, if else statement. Correct, guys?
Yes, yes.
You know, so this time what we are going to do, I am going to the next script and what we have implemented. Guys, I will take a little bit more class today, so don't you don't have any problem, right? Huh? I will continue a little bit more class, right?
Rajesh, I have call at 9:30.
Okay, so 15 minutes only you will able to. Okay, I will try to complete within 15 minutes, how much is possible. We will do that. So what we are going to do here, in this we are going to do some changes. So what changes I am going to do? You have seen I have taken this services things inside this variable, right? Correct? And this time what I'm going to do, I'm writing if loop. If I've written here dollar dot, means in here only my services is going to be stored, right? In this variable is only my services for that one is going to be saved. I have written dot services dot s is why it is not coming. Why status is not coming? It has to come. Okay, you type this only. Sometime it is not displaying. And you will type hyphen equal to what you are going to type. Running, right? So this time I am verifying my services. Once I have started my services, after starting, I am verifying whether it is that services is started or not. It is running or not. If it is running, then only you go to this loop and what you want to add. I want the services has been started. I'm writing into this one more line. Add into the content what? SQL Server something you can write. SQL Server this, oh sorry. This value I have given is started. Something like that. And something if you want, you can give this one you want to display into the good format. So your it has to read, or you want you can give in this way you want to print. This my server name is will be here. I want my server name should has to print into this type. Like this I have printed. So if this status is running, then only it is going and it is going to print it is started successfully. So same thing we are going to test now. I will stop that. I'm going to execute this script. I'm going to the my log file, testing my log file. So what you are saying, where it is displayed, status log, why it is not came. Okay. Okay, now it is okay. Now it came. I think that time it was not readed. So you can see here. Now you can see SQL Server. This is started successfully. 2012 it came good result. Then you see DR also it's given the result correct successfully, but it's not came for result for this one. Why? Because I have not added